Honorable Elizabeth Mcas.
I, Elizabeth Mcas, do swear that I shall always, truly and diligently serve the people and the Republic of Kenya in the office of a County Assembly Member of Makueni County, that I shall diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the same office to the best of my judgment, that I shall at all times respect, uphold, preserve, protect, and defend this Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, that I shall do right to all manner of persons in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya and the laws and conventions of Parliament, that I shall do justice to all. So help me God.
Do swear that I shall always truly and diligently serve the people and the Republic of Kenya in the office of County Assembly Member of Makueni, that I shall diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the said office to the best of my judgment, that I shall at all times respect, uphold, preserve, protect, and defend this Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, and that I shall do right to all manner of persons in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya and the laws and convictions of Parliament, that I shall do justice to all. So help me God.
Honorable Esther Bidengila. swear that I shall always truly and diligently serve the people and the Republic of Kenya in the office of County Assembly, member of Makueni County, that I shall diligently discharge my duties and perform my function in the said office to the best of my judgment, that I shall at all times respect, uphold, preserve, protect, and defend this Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, and that I shall do right to all manner of persons in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya and the laws and convention of the Parliament, that I shall do justice to all. So help me God. Honorable Jacqueline Muthini Kamula.
Jacqueline Muthini Kamula, do swear that I shall always true and diligently serve the people and Republic of Kenya in the office of the County Assembly, member of Makueni County, that I shall diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the said office to the best of my judgment, that I shall at all times respect, uphold, preserve, protect, and defend this Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, and that I shall do right to all manners of persons in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya and the law and the convention of Parliament, that I shall do justice to all. So help me God.
Honorable Jackson Dolo Kimunyi.
Jackson Dolo Kimunyi, do swear that I shall always truly and diligently serve the people and the Republic of Kenya in the office of County Assembly of Makueni County, that I shall diligently discharge my duties and perform my function in the said office to the best of my judgment, that I shall at all times respect, uphold, preserve, protect, and defend this Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, and that I shall do right to all manner of persons in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya and the laws and convention of Parliament, that I shall do justice to all. So help me God.
Honorable Janet Kanini Kioko. Honorable Jennifer Kamande Mwandi.
I, Jennifer Kamande Mwandi, do swear that I shall always truly and diligently serve the people and the Republic of Kenya in the office of the County Assembly, member of Makueni County, that I shall diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the said office to the best of my judgment, that I shall at all times respect, uphold, preserve, protect, and defend this Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, and that I shall do right to all manner of persons in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya and the laws and conventions of Parliament, that I shall do justice to all. So help me God.
Honorable Jonathan Musyoki Muthoka.
I, Jonathan Mcas, do swear that I shall always truly, diligently serve the people, the Republic of Kenya in the office of the County Assembly Member of Makueni County. That I shall diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the said office to the best of my judgment, and that I shall at all times respect, uphold, preserve, protect, and defend this Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, and that I shall do right to all manner of persons in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya and the laws and the conventions of Parliament, that I shall do justice to all, so help me God.
Honorable Joseph Madeka Mbidu.
I, Joseph Madeka Mbidu, do swear that I shall always truly and diligently serve the people and the Republic of Kenya in the office of County Assembly Member of Makueni County, that I shall diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the said office to the best of my judgment, that I shall at all times respect, uphold, preserve, protect and defend this Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, and that I shall do right to all manner of persons in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya and the laws and the conventions of the Parliament, that I shall do justice to all, so help me God.
Honorable Joyce Mwende Wambua.
I, Joyce Mwende Wambua, do swear that I shall always truly and diligently serve the people and the Republic of Kenya in the office of County Assembly Member of Makueni County, that I shall diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the said office, to the best of my judgment, that I shall at all times respect, uphold, preserve, protect and defend this Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, and that I shall do right to all manner of persons in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya and the laws and conventions of Parliament, that I shall do justice to all. So help me God.
Honorable Justice Manzia Mwema.
I, Justice Manzia Mwema, do swear that I shall always truly and diligently serve the people and the Republic of Kenya in the office of County Assembly Member of Makueni County, that I shall diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the same office, to the best of my judgment, that I shall at all times respect, uphold, preserve, protect, and defend this Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, and that I shall do right to all manner of persons in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya and the laws and conventions of Parliament, that I shall do justice to all. So help me God.
Honorable Kevin Munene Jage.
I, Kevin Munene Jagi, do swear that I shall always truly and diligently serve the people and the Republic of Kenya in the office of County Assembly Member of Makueni County, that I shall diligently discharge my duties and perform my function in the said office to the best of my judgment, that I shall at all times respect, uphold, preserve, protect, and defend this Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, and that I shall do right to all manner of persons in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya and the laws and Convention of Parliament, that I shall do justice to all. So help me God.
Honorable Magdalene Kamene Nguluko.
I, Magdalene Kamene Nguluko, do swear that I shall always truly and diligently serve the people and the Republic of Kenya in the office of County Assembly Member of Makueni County, that I shall diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the said office to the best of my judgment, that I shall at all times respect, uphold, preserve, protect, and defend this Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, and that I shall do right to all manner of persons in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya and the laws and the Convention of Parliament, that I shall do justice to all. So help me God.
Honorable Meshach Khalil Gaboki.
do swear that I shall always truly and diligently serve the people and the Republic of Kenya in the office of County Assembly, member of Makueni County, that I shall diligently serve and discharge my duties and perform my functions in the said office to the best of my judgment, that I shall at all times respect, uphold, preserve, protect, defend this Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, and that I shall do right to all manner of persons in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya and the laws and the conventions of the Parliament, that I shall do justice to all. So help me God.
Honorable Makueni.
I do swear that I shall always truly and diligently serve the people of the Republic of Kenya in the office of County Assembly Member of Makueni County, that I shall diligently discharge my duties and perform my function in the said office to the best of my judgment, that I shall at all times respect, uphold, preserve, protect, and defend this Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, and that I shall do right to all manner of persons in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya and the law and convention of Parliament, that I shall do justice to all. So help me God.
Chambers kuko nashinda waache nini hizo kebo wanaguza guza hapo.
Honorable Ndaboki Josephine Mwasa.
Damuki Josephine Mwasa, do swear that I shall always truly and diligently serve the people of Republic of Kenya in the office of County Assembly Member of Makueni County, that I shall diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the said office to the best of my judgment, that I shall at all times respect, uphold, preserve, protect, and defend this Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, and that I shall do right to all manner of persons in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya and the laws and convention of Parliament, that I shall do justice to all. So help me God.
Honorable Sarah Luko Milo.
I, Sarah Luko Milo, do swear that I shall always truly and diligently serve the people and the Republic of Kenya in the office of the County Assembly Member of Makueni County, that I shall diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the said office to the best of my judgment, that I shall at all times respect, uphold, preserve, protect, and defend this Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, that I shall do right to all manner of persons in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya and the laws and the conventions of Parliament, that I shall do justice to all. So help me God.
Honorable Steve Nzivo Kilonzo.
I, Steve Nzivo Kilonzo, details, do swear that I shall always truly and diligently serve the people at the I, Steve Nzivo Kilonzo, do swear that I shall always truly and diligently serve the people and the Republic of Kenya in the office of County Assembly Member of Makueni County. That I shall diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the said office to the best of my judgment. That I shall at all times respect, uphold, preserve, protect, and defend this Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. And I shall do right to all manner of persons in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya and the laws and the conventions of Parliament. That I shall do justice to all. So help me God.
Honorable Urbanus Manzu Yulu.
I, Albanas Manziulu, do swear that I shall always truly and diligently serve the people and the Republic of Kenya in the office of County Assembly Member of Makueni County. That I shall diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the said office to the best of my judgment. That I shall at all times respect, uphold, preserve, protect, and defend this Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. And that I shall do right to all manner of persons in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya and the laws and conventions of Parliament. That I shall do justice to all. So help me God.
Very well. Honorable members, this is just to confirm that all the members present have sworn and subscribed to the oath of affirmation of office and the leadership and integrity code. Because the next business will require that any member who has not been sworn in will not participate in the election of the speaker. If there is any member present who has not sworn in, we will now proceed to swear them. Clerks at the table, kindly confirm. Very well, honorable members, it has been confirmed that every member present has been sworn in. A total of 47 of the 48 members have taken oath of office. Allow me to take this opportunity to congratulate you all on your accession to the office of Member of County Assembly of Makueni in accordance with Article 74 of the Constitution. Next order.
Order number 4, election of the speaker.
Honorable members, I have a communication to make regarding the procedure to be followed in the election of the Speaker of the County Assembly. Clerks at the table, kindly first confirm that we have quorum. Firstly, honorable members, I wish to confirm that the Assembly is properly constituted in terms of Standing Order number 37, which provides that a quorum of the County Assembly or a committee of the whole County Assembly shall be a third of its members, which is 16 members. From my count and looking at the membership seated in the Assembly, I can confirm that the Assembly is properly seated, having attained the 16 members minimum required. Honorable members, His Excellency the Governor of Makueni County notified this first sitting of the Third Assembly of Makueni through Gazette Notice number 10996 of 2022, dated on the 14th of September 2022. Honorable members, Article 178(1) of the Constitution of Kenya provides that each of the County Assembly shall have a speaker elected by the County Assembly from among persons who are not members of the County Assembly. In furtherance of the foregoing, Standing Order number 6(1) of the County Assembly Standing Orders provides thus: a speaker shall be elected when the County Assembly first meets after a general election and before the County Assembly proceeds with the dispatch of any other business except the administration of oath or affirmation of office to members present. Accordingly, the office of the Speaker became vacant at the commencement of this sitting today in the morning. I will proceed to detail each such activity and the manner in which we have complied with the standing orders. Firstly, Standing Order number 7(1) requires that upon the Governor notifying the place and the date for the first sitting of a new County Assembly, pursuant to Standing Order number 4, the clerk shall not, by notice in the Gazette, notify that fact and invite interested persons to submit their nomination papers for election to the office of the Speaker. In exercise of the powers conferred by Standing Order number 7(1), I notified the general public of a vacancy in the office of the Speaker of County Assembly of Makueni through Gazette Notice number 11034, dated the 14th of September 2022. Accordingly, I publicized the declaration of the vacancy by advertisement in one newspaper of national circulation, the Standard newspaper of the 15th of September 2022. In the notice and advert, I invited interested persons who qualify to be elected as members of County Assembly but are not such members to submit their nomination papers for election of the Speaker of County Assembly. Honorable members, for the position of Speaker of the County Assembly, the following candidates collected nomination papers as at the close of the nomination period, which was Monday, 9 a.m. 1. Mr. Justus Mutunga Mutuku. Number 2, Mr. Stephen Mutunga Ngelu. Number 3, Professor Philip Kaloki. Number 4, Mr. Douglas Mbilu. Number 5, Mr. Dennis Mungata. Number 6, Mr. Jinani Nzioki Mbiuva. Number 7, Mr. Muema Ndungi. Number 8, Mr. Japheth Katumo. Honorable members, as per the Gazette notice and the advertisement, a person who collected the nomination papers was required to submit the completed papers together with his or her curricula vitae and relevant supporting documents to the office of the Clerk of the County Assembly not later than 9 a.m. on the 19th of September 2022. At the close of the nomination period, which was on the Monday, 19th of September at 9 a.m., the following 6 persons had submitted their nomination papers for election as Speaker of the County Assembly of Makueni. Number 1, Mr. Stephen Mutunga Ngelu. Number 2, Professor Philip Kaloki. Number 3, Mr. Douglas Mbilu. Number 4, Mr. Dennis Mungata. Number 5, Mr. Jinani Nzioki Mbiuva. Number 6, Mr. Muema Ndungi. Honorable members, pursuant to the provisions of Article 193 of the Constitution and Standing Order Number 7 of the County Assembly Standing Orders, of the 6, the persons who completed and submitted their nomination papers, 5 persons qualified as candidates for election of the Speaker of the County Assembly. The 5 are, number 1, Mr. Stephen Mutunga Ngelu. Number 2, Professor Philip Kaloki. Number 3, Mr. Douglas Mbilu. Number 4, Mr. Dennis Mungata. And number 5, Mr. Muema Ndungi. Honorable members, Standing Order Number 10 provides that a candidate may, by written notice to the clerk, withdraw his or her name before a ballot is started. And in the event of such withdrawal, the clerk shall cross out the name of the candidate of any ballot papers issued for that or any subsequent ballot. Accordingly, my office has received written communications from the following 3 candidates withdrawing their candidature for election as Speaker of the County Assembly. As a result, their names shall not be appearing in our ballot papers. Number 1, Mr. Stephen Mutunga Ngelu. Number 2, Mr. Dennis Mungata. Number 3, Mr. Muema Ndungi. Secondly, honorable members, Standing Order Number 7.4 requires that the clerk shall maintain a register in which shall be shown the date and time when each candidate's nomination papers were received, and shall ascertain that each such candidate for election to the office of the Speaker is qualified to be elected as such under Article 193 of the Constitution. I hereby confirm that a register has been maintained in accordance with the requirements of this standing order. Thirdly, honorable members, Standing Order Number 7.5 requires that immediately upon the close of the nomination period provided for in paragraph 2, the clerk shall A. Publicize and make available to all members a list showing all qualified candidates. B. Make available to all members copies of the CV, curriculum vitae of the qualified candidates. Honorable members, I hereby confirm that a list showing all qualified candidates was publicized and was made available to all members. I further confirm that I made available to all members a list with extracts of the curriculum vitae for the qualified candidates. Honorable members, Standing Order Number 8 provides that the election of the Speaker shall be by secret ballot. Specifically, Standing Order Number 8.2 provides the placement of each ballot cause the ballot box empty and unlocked to be displayed to the County Assembly, and shall in the presence of the County Assembly lock the box, which shall thereafter be kept in the full view of the County Assembly until the conclusion of the ballot. Honorable members, Standing Order Number 8.3 requires that the clerk shall issue not more than 1 ballot paper to each member who comes to the table to obtain it. And each member who wishes to vote shall proceed to a booth or designated area provided by the clerk for that purpose located next to and within reasonable distance of the ballot box, and shall, while there, mark the ballot paper by placing a mark in the space opposite the name of the candidate for whom the member wishes to vote, fold the marked ballot paper before leaving the booth of area and place the folded ballot paper in the ballot box. To facilitate this process, the name of each member shall be called out, following which the member shall come to the table to obtain a ballot paper. Honorable members, each member shall then proceed to the polling booths, which are clearly displayed, and while there, mark the ballot paper by placing a visible mark in the space provided opposite the name of the candidate he or she wishes to vote for, and fold it. The member shall then leave the booth and place the marked ballot paper in the ballot box in the dispatch area. The polling booth is to my right. Honorable members, Standing Order number 84 provides that a member who, before the conclusion of a ballot, has marked a paper in error may, by returning it to the clerk, obtain another in its place, and the clerk shall immediately cancel and destroy the paper so returned. Honorable members, when it appears, for this case we'll have two booths, one on my right and one on my left. The members seated on my left will vote from here. The members seated on my right will vote from the booth here. I direct that you move that podium. Honorable members, when it appears to the clerk that all members who are present and who wish to vote have placed their ballot papers in the ballot box, the clerk shall unlock the box, examine the ballot papers, and having rejected those unmarked or spoiled, report the result of the ballot, and no member who has already recorded his or her vote shall be entitled to do so after the clerk has unlocked the ballot box. Standing Order number 87 provides that a ballot paper is spoiled if, in the clerk's opinion, it does not identify the candidate purported to be selected by the member voting. The clerk shall declare a vote to be invalid in the presence and after inspection by members representing each of the candidates in the election. The counting of the ballots shall take place in the presence of all members and members appointed as agents or representatives by the candidates. So I will shortly be asking for agents of the candidates to come forward. Honorable members, in line with the requirements of Standing Order number 91, a person shall not be elected as Speaker unless supported in a ballot by the votes of 2/3 of all members. In our case, Makueni County Assembly 32. If no candidate is supported by the votes of 2/3 of all members, the candidate or candidates who receive the highest number of votes in the ballot referred to in paragraph 1 receive the next highest number of votes shall alone stand for election in a further ballot, and the candidate who receives the highest number of votes in the further ballot shall be elected Speaker, and I will therefore after that declare so. Honorable members, I wish to remind the Assembly that the voting exercise we are about to undertake is by secret ballot, as earlier communicated. Accordingly, members are not allowed to display their marked ballot papers to the Assembly, galleries, or to any other person, even on camera. Members of the media are also reminded to observe Rule number 3C of the County Assembly Broadcasting Rules, which provides that wide-angle shots of the chamber shall be used during the voting and division, and no shot shall be taken so as to show the manner in which a member has voted in any secret ballot. Honorable members, we have arranged the two voting booths on my extreme left and right for convenience of the Assembly. Members on my right will cast their ballots in the voting booth on my right and vice versa as earlier on demonstrated. Honorable members, we are now ready to commence the voting process. Having explained the voting procedure, I now direct the Sergeant at Arms to open the ballot box and display it to the Assembly. Yes, member for Kikumbulu South.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. We want to appreciate you for the moving remarks and also guiding the members on how to vote. But we really feel, because the standing orders provide that it is a secret ballot. When the ballot is placed the way the booths have been placed the way they are not secret, because even members in the public gallery speakers gallery can follow on where you place your mark, because members who are short will be disadvantaged. And,
thank you, member for Kikumbulu South.
Then also still members will be very happy if you bring the agents as soon as possible, because we can't open the ballots box without the agents. That's a basic rule where members must follow. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, member for Kikumbulu South. How, in your opinion, is the ballot supposed to be placed so that it is a secret ballot?
Thank you, Honorable Clerk. They should be facing the back of the assembly, where the exact opposite of how they have been placed. Otherwise, members will feel intimidated, making their mark wherever they want, because people can follow, the camera people can also follow, and that means it is not a secret ballot, and we must follow the rules as they are. Honorable Clerk, that is my simple submission, and I think it is a common understanding of all members, and we can't be taken round on matters which they are just common sense. Thank you, Honorable Clerk.
Thank you, Honorable Member for. Thank you, Honorable Member for Kikumbulu South. The chair will soon give a determination on that matter. All right. Therefore, in the wake of Honorable Kalunda's point of order, I hereby direct that the Sergeant at Arms, you turn the booth to look at the member and provide adequate space for the member to be standing and be able to Honorable members, member for Kikumbulu North.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this being a secret ballot, it is important also for members to note. The secret means secret. If it becomes an open, it goes contrary to the purpose of the secret ballot. So, Mr. Speaker, members should be cautioned what secret means. Because anything that appears to be seen by anybody or using a camera, it should be disqualified, because that is what the secret ballot is. It is not an open ballot. So just for caution purpose, Mr. Speaker, I would expect you to give that caution to members so that we all get to operate on the same line. Thank you.
Member for Ivingoni Zambani Ward.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I would wish to inform my learned member from Kikumbulu North that, Mr. Speaker, this election is being guided by the Elections Act, Mr. Speaker, of 2011, issue number 24, Mr. Speaker. And far by large, it is also guided by the Elections Offences Act, issue number 37 of 2017, Mr. Speaker, and more specifically to section 5, which has 17 provisions, Mr. Speaker. And none of those provisions provide or guide or prohibit any member from taking a picture of their vote. Mr. Speaker, in my own knowledge, a secret ballot fails to be a secret ballot if the identity of the voter is manifested on the ballot paper. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, without that, if there is no identity of the voter on the ballot paper, then it remains a secret ballot. To protect the rights of these members of the voters, Mr. Speaker, I urge you at this point in time to provide the specific provision that bars members from taking a picture of their vote. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Member for Emali.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. I wish first to remind my members we don't have a speaker, we have a clerk. Mr. Clerk, I want to concur to Honorable Mutie, especially on matter of taking photos. More so, Mr. Clerk, I wish maybe you can clarify the meaning of secrecy in balloting, because that seems to bring a lot of headache among its members. Thank you.
Member for Ilima. Honorable members, if you have had an opportunity to express yourself, it is fair that we give any other member an opportunity just to put their points across. Then I will surely determine the matter at the end of your contributions.
Honorable Clerk, if I listened to you well, from the rules and regulations which you read, you indeed explained very clearly that the issue of secrecy can be turned down if somebody takes a photograph and shares with the public. That means biasing will take its course. In this context, if secrecy is secrecy, you need to keep it to yourself, and you cannot be able to be allowed to use any instrument which can be used against that particular ballot. Thank you.
Member for Tulimani. Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Mr. Clerk, as it is, this is a house of rules and procedures. And Mr. Clerk, what we are about to do will benefit the people of Makueni. Mr. Clerk, a fair election is that everyone is given fairness. Mr. Clerk, when it comes, because if you listen to members who are raising these points, who have also the right to do that, Mr. Clerk, I would propose, and of course we wait for your wisdomic decision on this matter, that no photo taking should be allowed in that ballot, because, Mr. Speaker, you can read some mischief, Mr. Speaker. You can read malice, Mr. Speaker. We want the people of Makueni to bear the best of their choice, Mr. Speaker. I stand guided. Honorable members, I wish to take two last contributions, one from Honorable Magdalene Mulwa and from Honorable Janet Mwikali Kitunga, and I will surely rule on that matter.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika, kwanza nashukuru. Napea waheshimiwa wenzangu pongezi sana kwa kula kiapo siku ya leo waliochaguliwa kule mashinani. Pole sana Bwana Clerk. Bwana Clerk, kitu ya siri ni siri. Kupicha ni kupichana. Huwezi ukaambia mtu umejipicha na uinue mkono umwambie niko hapa. Swali yangu ni kwamba Bwana Kilaka, utupee mwongozo ya kwamba maoni yangu kama mpiga kura ni kwamba memba akitoka hapa kwenda kupiga kura pale kuna kalamu na karatasi ya kupigia kura, kifaa cha simu kiachwe hapa nyuma. Asante.
Honorable Janet Mwikali.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk, for this opportunity. Mr. Clerk, when I go to that booth to vote, I will be alone. If I carry my cell phone is not a public thing. It is mine, Mr. Clerk. And my cell phone is private, Mr. Clerk. So I should not be denied the opportunity, if I wish to do so, Mr. Clerk. Thank you.
Honorable members, I wish to give direction on that matter. For one reason or the other, Honorable Member for Kikumbulu, kindly.
It is me who raised this issue that I wish to enlighten members on why.
The final contribution, very final.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Mr. Clerk, the opposite of secret ballot is open ballot. Those who drafted that, they knew the difference because the advantages of a secret ballot, it allows for free democracy whereby whoever you voted for will not bribe you because you are followed, and you will not intimidate those who did not vote for that. Those who wanted it to vote open, if you wanted to go the other way, it should have been open voting like Mlolongo, which used to happen in Kenya. But you cannot have the two. You can have that, your cake and eat it. You must choose one. And in this case, you have said secret. It means nobody should, well, if you use a camera, you have already displayed it to be rewarded. And that is the way it should be. So that's what I wanted to clarify, because it cannot have two ways. Thank you, Mr. Clerk.
Honorable members, with all due respect, we must conclude on this matter. It is a question of, do we use a camera or not? I will provide guidance. Even if you speak 5 times, the question is either, are we using a camera or not? So kindly members, for the sake of time, because either way, there are facts that will not change.
Yes.
So I will guide using facts, I will guide using the law, then that matter will be rested. Honorable Member for Kikumbulu South, kindly allow me to rail on this matter. Honorable Member for Ngu, I really gave the last 2 contributions and I gave directions on the final contribution for the sake of time. Kindly allow me. I have a responsibility as the returning officer of this exercise to give each party a fair and a fair platform. The best speaker will win.
Yes.
I will definitely declare the winner. Order, members. Honorable members, when the law says standing, it is up to us in our wisdom to define how someone looks like when they are standing. I wish to take you to the Black Law Dictionary definition of secret ballot. It's a way of voting where no one is influenced by seeing another person's vote. Enclosed voting, booths are used or each voter is away from the other so they can't see what is being voted for. The secret ballot, also known as the Australian ballot, is a voting method in which a voter's identity in an election or a referendum is anonymous. This forestalls attempts to influence the voter by intimidation, blackmailing, and potential vote buying. In this regard, honorable members, I have earlier given on directions regarding the behavior of cameras. And if you look at where our ballot booths are placed, they are placed strategically even away from our own cameras within the institution. In this regard, honorable members, you may like what I am about to say or you may not like it for your own strategic reasons, but we must maintain secret ballot. I wish to refer you to the election of the Speaker of 2017, Makueni County Assembly proceedings, the very first. The same matter was raised by honorable members at a sitting that was presided by one Mr. Edward Libendi. And to that effect, the matter of carrying your phone and camera to the booth is not allowed. In regard to that, honorable members, I direct that the Sergeant at Arms must enforce that, and therefore, if you carry your phone or camera to the booth, then your vote will be nullified before depositing. Thank you, honorable members. Having explained the voting procedure, I now direct the sergeant at arms to open the box and display it to the assembly. Honorable members, I wish to state that this voting procedure is kindly provided for in the law. The booth will be displayed to the assembly, close in our eyes. The agents will come at the point of tallying the vote. Remember, the agents are honorable members and they also need to vote. So kindly display the ballot box to the assembly. If you are dissatisfied that the ballot box is not empty, you can kindly anytime raise on a point of order. Right now, not later. Honorable members, you have all witnessed for yourselves that the ballot box is empty, in which case I now direct the sergeant at arms to close it and seal it. Honorable members, we are now ready to vote. I direct the clerks at the table to call out names. Once you're called, you present yourself. Same procedure, present yourself to the clerks at the table, pick a ballot paper, proceed to the booth, vote, deposit, bow, go back to your chair. Then the next member will be called. So those on my right, stick to this booth. Those on my left, stick to this side. Sergeant at arms, as the rules and determinations made, kindly enforce.
Honorable Magdalene Duku Mulwa. Honorable Janet Mwikali Kitunga. Honorable Mercy Ndinda Motuko. Honorable Sharon Mueni Mutinda.
What is it, member for Nzawi Kilili Kalamba?
Mr. Speaker, sorry, Mr. Clerk, I'm really concerned why the table clerks are giving members the ballot papers when they are folded. If there's no malice, actually they should be given when everybody can see there's nothing marked on the ballot papers.
I hereby direct that you issue the ballot paper to the member in an open manner, not folded, and if possible, display that it is not marked. Proceed.
Honorable Francis Munyao Mutuku. Honorable Alexander Mwanza Masila Mulemba. Honorable Cosmas Mutunga Kaleli. Honorable Dennis Mutinda Musyoka. Honorable Elizabeth Kawembe Mutinda. Honorable Elizabeth Mutindi Kiyo. Honorable Felix Mateso Boniface. Honorable Francis Mulwa Mwania. Honorable Harrison Mwanzia Mutie. Honorable Jackson Muema Mbalu. Honorable Judge Kalunda Muema. Honorable Jonathan Mwoki Mwaniki. Honorable Jonathan Monda Kimongo. Honorable Joseph Mudhini Muema. Honorable Kisungi Chalo Mulinge wa Katete. Honorable Chalo Momo. Honorable Martina Ngusie Kimilo. Honorable Sebastian Moli Munguti. Honorable Urbanus Chalo Wambua. Honorable Ruben Musau Kavai. Honorable Bernard Tivu Mutua. Honorable Benedict Kennedy Maneno. Honorable Brian Chalon Zoka. Honorable Daniel Kivuva Masika Musau. Honorable Darius Kioko Mainga. Honorable Elizabeth Muthike Muli. Honorable Eric Musyoki Katumo. Honorable Esther Mbithengila. Honorable Jacqueline Mudhini Kamula. Honorable Jackson Dolo Kamuni. Honorable Janet Kanini Kioko. Honorable Jennifer Kamande Mwanthi. Honorable Jonathan Musyoki Muthoka. Honorable Joseph Madeka Mbindio. Honorable Joyce Mwende Wambua. Honorable Justus Mwanzia Muema. Honorable Kevin Monene Njage. Honorable Magdalene Kamene Nguluko. Honorable Meshak Kalin Dabuki. Honorable Mudhiani Mwangangi. Honorable Ndamboki Josephine Mwasa. Honorable Sarah Nduko Mbilo.
Honorable members, standing on a number 86 provides that when it appears to the clerk that all members who are present and who wish to vote have placed their ballot papers in the ballot box, the clerk shall unlock the box, examine the ballot papers, and having rejected those unmarked or spoiled, report the result of the ballot, and no member who has not already recorded his or her vote shall be entitled to do so after the clerk has unlocked the box. But before we start, may the agents or representatives for the candidates please come forth. Agent for Professor Philip Kaloki. Thank you. This side, stand on the side. Agent for Mr. Douglas Bilo. Thank you. Therefore, in accordance with this standing order, I direct that the ballot box be unblocked and the ballot papers be examined. Once it is ascertained whether there are some which are unmarked or spoiled, we will start counting the votes. Sergeant at Arms, you can now open the seats. Agents, keep close watch. Any matter should be raised there and then. We will not entertain any matter that has been raised as an afterthought. You can start confirming the vote. Please display clearly that the ballot box is hereby empty. Thank you.
Honorable members will be unfolding the ballot papers and displaying the presence of agents and sorting them according to the candidate's to whom the ballots have been casted. I start. Professor Philip Kaloki. Douglas Bilo. Professor Philip Kaloki. Douglas Bilo. Professor Philip Kaloki. Douglas Bilo. Professor Philip Kaloki. Professor Philip Kaloki. Douglas Bilo. Douglas Bilo. Douglas Bilo. Douglas Bilo. Douglas Bilo. Professor Philip Kaloki. Professor Philip Kaloki. Sorry. Professor Philip Kaloki. Professor Philip Kaloki. Douglas Bilo. Professor Philip Kaloki. Professor Philip Kaloki. Douglas Bilo. Douglas Bilo. Professor Philip Kaloki. 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 Douglas Bilo. Professor Philip Kaloki. Douglas Bilo. Professor Philip Kaloki. Douglas Bilo. Douglas Bilo. Professor Philip Kaloki. Professor Philip Kaloki. Professor Philip Kaloki. Professor Philip Kaloki. Douglas Bilo. 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 Sorry. Douglas Bilo. Douglas Bilo. Douglas Bilo.
We proceed to count the votes. Members at the gallery, you are reminded that you are not supposed to be heard. You are only here to be seen for today. We will have an opportunity to hear you after this. So proceed to count.
I'll start counting the ballot papers, starting with candidate Douglas below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18.
You're right, proceed.
18.
Order. Can you start the count afresh? Count slowly. We are not in a hurry. Today's business is election of the speaker. Even if we elect until 6 p.m.
I start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Order, members, we have 4 more rounds to go. No hurry.
I now proceed to the second candidate, Professor Philip Kaloki. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Honorable members, I wish to announce the results of the first ballot. Professor Philip Kaloki, 22 votes. Total number of votes garnered. Mr. Douglas Mbilu garnered 25 votes. 0 spoiled stroke rejected votes. Total votes cast 47. I, the undersigned, being the clerk of the County Assembly of Makueni, and being present when the results of the election of the Speaker were announced, do hereby declare that the results shown above are true and accurate count of the ballot. Honorable members, Standing Order number 9.1 provides that a person shall not be elected as Speaker unless supported in a ballot by votes of 2/3 of all members. 2/3 of 48 members is 32. The candidate with the highest number of votes obtained, which is 25 votes, that candidate is Mr. Douglas Mbilu, and therefore falls short of the threshold. Therefore, none of the candidates has reached the threshold. Consequently, I will invoke Standing Order number 9.2, which qualifies Standing Order number 8.1 as follows. If no candidate is supported by the votes of 2/3 of all members, the candidate or candidates who receive the highest number of votes in the ballot referred in the paragraph 1, and the candidate or candidates who in that ballot receive the next highest number of votes shall alone stand for the election in a further ballot, and the candidate who receives the highest number of votes in the further ballot shall be elected Speaker. Accordingly, these two candidates, namely Professor Philip Kaloki and Mr. Douglas Mbilu, will proceed for the second ballot. Members will proceed for a further ballot, but because I am aware some members may have taken leave, I direct the Sergeant at Arms to ring the bell for 10 minutes to ask them to come in for the second ballot. In the meantime, I direct my officers to prepare to give out the ballots. Honorable members, order, honorable members. It is against the requirements of the standing orders to move out of the chamber, to walk out of the chamber when the bell is ringing. I direct that all members resume their seats, and all members who have just walked out to resume the chamber and assume their seats. Sergeant at Arms, kindly ensure that all members are back to the chamber. We have less than 2 minutes remaining. I direct that the sergeant at arms you stop ringing the bell. So you, Sergeant at Arms, you draw the bar. By drawing the bar, which means that because this is a division, no moving out, no coming in. Honorable members, we can now start. We shall repeat the process as earlier detailed, in which case I direct the Sergeant at Arms to unlock the ballot box and display it to the assembly. Having confirmed that it is empty, I now direct the before then, confirm that it is empty. I hope we can all witness that. So Sergeant at Arms, lock the box. Honorable members, I presume that the same agents will stand in for the candidates. Members, you may wish to know that the color of the ballot papers you are using for the further ballot is different from the ballot from the first ballot. This is meant to differentiate between the two ballots. I now direct the clerks at the table to call out names and issue out ballot papers.
Honorable Magdalene Duku Mulo. Honorable Janet Mkali Kitunga. Honorable Masin Dinda Motuko. Honorable Sharon Mweni Motinda. Honorable Francis Munyao Motuko. Honorable Alexander Mwanza Masila Mulemba. Honorable Cosmas Mutunga Kaleli. Honorable Dennis Mutinda Musyoka. Honorable Elizabeth Kawembe Mutinda. Honorable Elizabeth Mutindi Kiyo. Honorable Felix Mateso Boniface. Honorable Francis Mulwa Mwania. Honorable Harrison Mwanzia Mutie. Honorable Jackson Mwema Mbalu. Honorable Judge Kalunda Mwema. Honorable Jonathan Mwoki Mwaniki. Honorable Jonathan Munda Kimongo. Honorable Joseph Mudhini Moema. Honorable Kisungi Chalo Molinge wa Katete. Honorable Chalo Momo. Honorable Martina Ngusie Kimilu.
Members, kindly remember to bow at the bar before and after voting.
Honorable Sebastian Moli Mungoti. Honorable Urbanus Chalo Wambua. Honorable Ruben Musau Kavai. Honorable Bernard Tivo Mutua. Honorable Benedict Kennedy Maneno. Honorable Brian Chalon Zoka. Honorable Daniel Kivuva Masika Musau. Honorable Darius Kioko Mainga. Honorable Elizabeth Muthike Moli. Honorable Eric Musyoki Katumo. Honorable Esther Mbidengila. Honorable Jacqueline Mudhini Kamula. Honorable Jackson Dolo Kimunyi. Honorable Janet Kanini Kioko. Honorable Jennifer Kamande Mwambi. Honorable Jonathan Musyoki Mudoka. Honorable Joseph Madeka Mbindio. Honorable Joyce Mwende Wambua. Honorable Justus Mwanzia Mwema. Honorable Kevin Munene Njagi. Honorable Magdalene Kamene Nguluku. Honorable Meshak Kalinda Mboki. Honorable Mudhiani Mwangangi. Honorable Ndabuki Josephine Muasa. Honorable Sarah Nduko Mbilo. Honorable Steve Nzivo Kilonzo. Honorable Urbanus Manzu Yulu.
Honorable members, please keep your phones in silent mode. Kindly. Is there any honorable member who, by any chance, has not voted for the second round? It seems that all members who wished to vote have done so. Therefore, honorable members, I will refer you to standing order number 86 on conclusion of voting. Therefore, in accordance with this standing order, I direct that the ballot box be unblocked and the ballot papers examined. But before then, the same agents to step forth. So, Sergeant at Arms, you can now open the seals. Proceed to examine the ballots. Confirm that it is all emptied. And once that is done, then you may proceed.
Okay, we start sorting the ballot papers. I start. Douglas Mbilo. Douglas Mbilo. Professor Philip Kaloki. Professor Philip Kaloki. Douglas Mbilo. Douglas Mbilo. Professor Philip Kaloki. Professor Philip Kaloki. Professor Philip Kaloki. Douglas Mbilo. Douglas Mbilo. Douglas Mbilo. Professor Philip Kaloki. Professor Philip Kaloki. Professor Philip Kaloki. Professor Philip Kaloki. Douglas Mbilo. Professor Philip Kaloki. Professor Philip Kaloki. Professor Philip Kaloki. Douglas Mbilo. Professor Philip Kaloki. Douglas Bilo. Professor Philip Kaloki. Douglas Bilo. Douglas Bilo. Professor Philip Kaloki. Douglas Bilo. Professor Philip Kaloki. Professor Philip Kaloki. Professor Philip Kaloki. Douglas Bilo. Douglas Bilo. Douglas Bilo. Douglas Bilo. Professor Philip Kaloki. Douglas Bilo. Douglas Bilo. Douglas Bilo. Douglas Bilo. Douglas Bilo. Professor Philip Kaloki. Douglas Bilo. Douglas Bilo.
So if we're okay, we proceed to count the votes for each candidate.
Okay, I'll start with candidate Douglas Bilo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I now proceed to the second candidate, Professor Philip Kaloki. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Honorable members, I wish to announce the results of the second ballot. Professor Philip Kaloki, 21 votes. Mr. Douglas Mbilu, 26 votes. Spoiled or rejected votes, 0. Total votes cast, 47. Honorable members, standing order number 9.2 provides as follows. If no candidate is supported by the votes of 2/3 of all members, the candidate or candidates who receive the highest number of votes in the ballot referred to in paragraph 1, the candidate or candidates who in that ballot receive the next highest number of votes shall alone stand for election in a further ballot. We have just concluded that ballot, and the results have been announced. The said standing order further provides that, and the candidate who receives the highest number of votes in the further ballot shall be elected Speaker. Therefore, honorable members, noting that Mr. Douglas Mbilu noted that, let me repeat. Therefore, honorable members, noting that Mr. Douglas Mbilu stands elected as the Speaker of the County Assembly. Honorable members, standing order number 12 provides that immediately the results are declared, all the ballot papers used in the election of a Speaker shall be packed and sealed in the presence of the County Assembly, and kept in the custody of the clerk for a period of 6 months and shall thereafter be destroyed. I now direct that the ballot papers be packed and sealed for safe custody. All right, honorable members, standing order number 14 provides that immediately following the election of the speaker, the clerk shall administer the oath or affirmation of office to the speaker in the presence of the assembled county assembly. The said oath of office for the speaker derives from the constitution under article number 74, which provides that before assuming a state office, acting in a state office, or performing any functions of a state office, a person shall take and subscribe the oath or affirmation of office in the manner and form prescribed by the third schedule or under the Act of Parliament. Honorable members, the said oath or affirmation is highlighted above is indeed specifically detailed under the first schedule of the County Governments Act 2012. At this juncture, may I now direct the Sergeant at Arms to search, find the said Mr. Douglas Mbilu and present him before the assembly forthwith for swearing in.
Mr. Clerk, sir, I do hereby present the duly elected speaker for
Sorry. I, Douglas Bilu David Chombi, having been elected the Speaker of the County Assembly of Makueni, do swear that I shall always truly and diligently serve the people and the Republic of Kenya in the office of the Speaker of the County Assembly of Makueni, that I shall respect, uphold, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, and that I shall do right to all manner of persons in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya and the laws and conventions of Parliament without fear or favor, affection, or ill health. So help me God.
Honorable members, we remain calm until now the Speaker assumes his chair. Then he will take over from there.
Systems in the handover system. Oh, the current.
Honorable members, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members of the County Assembly of Makueni, I have an acceptance speech to make. Honorable members, it is great humility, a deep sense of honor, and unwavering resolve to honor your trust that I take the chair as the Speaker of this great county of Makueni. Foremost, I wish to acknowledge my worthy competitors and call upon them to work together with me for the good county and wish them all the best in their future endeavors. I wish to take this opportunity to thank the clerk of the County Assembly and the personnel of the Makueni County Assembly for graciously preparing and guiding us. It is indeed an honor to have you witness the process of swearing in of the honorable members of the County Assembly and exercise of electing the Speaker of the County Assembly. Your able assistants are also greatly recognized. As the Speaker of the County Assembly, I want to express my sincerest appreciation to honorable members for the confidence they have placed in me and for the great responsibility that have been entrusted to me. I'm fully aware of not only the honor bestowed upon me, but the responsibility of leading this August House in order to facilitate our beloved county in achieving its development agenda and service delivery to its people. As our honorable members are aware that I have been here in this August House before, and even though I'm not a returning member, but I'm a returning speaker, which I think should be well for our county assembly. I wish to assure all honorable members of the county assembly assembled here today that your trust is not misplaced, and I will carry out my duties as a Speaker of the County Assembly in a manner that befits your trust and the letter and the spirit of the Constitution of Kenya and other laws governing devolved governments. I wish to take this opportunity to welcome our new members in this honorable house and congratulate you for your elections to this county assembly. I have been informed that almost half of the members sworn in today did not serve in the second assembly. This is quite high. It will be a fast-track learning process and an adjustment to a new way of doing things. However, I want to assure honorable members that of the previous county assemblies have created an environment in this house that will undoubtedly assist you in adjusting to your new surroundings and working environment in no time. I also wish to warmly welcome back returning members to this house and congratulate you as well for your victory in the concluded elections. Honorable members, we are aware the robust debates and critiquing each other's opinions and ideas are part of lively parliamentary process. It is, however, important that members remain conscious that
the interaction with each other does not create a perception in people that we would divide the county in polarized political positions. I am not propagating for what is referred to as sweetheart debate in the county assembly, but I am raising the need to be aware of our influence in the public as the representatives of the people. Let each one of us, therefore, represent our people with dignity, purpose, and honor. The county assembly continue to be living embodiment of national building, purpose, solidarity, and unity. Honorable members, I know we are all a little fatigued after the hard-fought elections campaign. There is, however, little time for break, as there is much work that lies ahead of us, and this further compounded with the late convening of the first sittings of the county assembly across the country. In the coming days, months, years, and in a bid to realize the vision and the mission of the county assembly, I look forward to working with the other leaders of the county, including His Excellency the Governor, members of the Parliament, Senator, and you members of the county assembly, heads of political parties, public and national government heads within the county, and the people of Makueni, to assure that the county assembly of Makueni remains a vibrant, robust people's assembly, and an assembly that Makuenians shall truly be proud of. Before I conclude, honorable members, allow me to acknowledge the presence of the county leadership, starting with His Excellency the Governor of Makueni County, Mutula Kilonzo Jr. Excellency the Deputy Governor, Lucy Mulivi. Honorable Senator Daniel Kitanga Man. Honorable members of Parliament present at the public gallery, and all delegates present in the Speaker's gallery and the public gallery. Further, I acknowledge the County Executive Committee members and County Executive officers here present, the citizens of Makueni who voted overwhelmingly for these honorable members, and the leaders that I've mentioned above. All other stakeholders who were part of the development and the welfare of Makueni, including religious sector professionals and all other socio-economic political organizations. Thank you. Honorable members, I wish to allow contributions, if any, from maximum of 2 members. Four, so to speak, if any, before we adjourn. Honorable Magdalene Mulo.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika. Kwanza nachukua nafasi hii nikupe pongezi kubwa sana kuwa umechaguliwa kama spika wa bunge la 3 tena, usavu miaka 5 tena. Na kushukuru sana kwa vile tulifanya kazi na yeye. Mimi ni mmoja wa wale walikuwa wa bunge la 2 na tulifanya kazi na wewe. Kila mimi nakuuliza, viongozi wote, MCS wote wale wameingia nyumba hili, na kuuliza uwasafu na bakuri moja kiazi kimoja. Kama kiongozi, nilikuwa nikiona kufanya kazi wako ni kwa muhimu, ni kwa busara. Endelea na kufanya kazi na Mungu ataendelea na kukubariki. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika, karibu sana.
Member for Tulimani Ward.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, I also want to join my colleague, Senior Honorable Magdalene Mulwa, in first of all congratulating you for being elected again to be the Speaker of this Assembly, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it is now not business as usual, because we must, together with the executive, and it is good that His Excellency, our Governor, Honorable Mutula Kilonzo Jr., including the Senator, is here, plus other dignitaries are here, that we spread that gospel of, I quote, end of quote, Mr. Speaker, so that the people of Makueni can benefit. You are heading this institution, and we have the other side being headed by Governor Mutula Kilonzo. I can tell you, I am seeing a Makueni that has never been seen before. God bless this house. God bless honorable members. Mr. Speaker, if you allow, I also want to appreciate your competitors. Really, they are worthy competitors. Work with them, as you have said in your speech, because they also meant well for this county and for this country of ours. Otherwise, to all members who have participated, there is no winner or there is no loser. It is a win-win situation. This house must be united for the interest of the people of Makueni. I thank you.
Member for Kikumbulu South Ward, Honorable Jed Kalunda.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Speaker, and congratulations. I remember democracy is an expensive thing and very tricky. I remember President Obama welcomed the President-elect, Donald Trump, just few days before the inauguration, and it was very difficult even for President Obama to accept the fact that Hillary Clinton had lost the election. So, so to speak, I want to congratulate you for a big win. And I like the way democracies work, and I want to somebody is interfering with the systems. I remember you said there is a new ICT director. Okay, now it is working. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. As I said earlier, to congratulate you and congratulate everybody. At least, you know, sometimes people fail even to congratulate their competitors, the people who made them win. Everybody wanted to win, but because it's a democracy, we must accept that somebody won. So we want to commit that we're going to work with you very closely, and because things have been, we have a backlog of activities and staff to help the county of Makueni. I think we should just take off very fast so that people of Makueni can get the services they need. We want to have the hospitals running again. We want to have a functional government. We want to support the Honorable, His Excellency the Governor and his team so that they can deliver for the people of Makueni. That last one, Honorable Speaker, I had you in your speech, it's written. You know, when it is written, it means much more than just when it is spoken. You said you want to serve everybody equally. And Honorable Sarah, who is very experienced with a huge span of time serving people, said we should be serving people from the same plate. This should be your commitment, because I lead a team as well, and I want my team also to be recognized that they are served. They are served, and because I understand we come from Makueni, and the biggest question should be, and I know His Excellency the Governor will be helping the people of Kibwezi to get something out of this government, because we have been sidelined this time round, and because I know the Governor is a Democrat, we are going to get something. You should raise to stand and speak. Don't make murmurs. Don't make a lot of noise.
Honorable.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'm addressing the Speaker. Thank you for reminding me. I like debates. And I want to be debating. And the Speaker is very good at debates. So, Speaker, I want to promise you that we'll steer this ship together, and we will help the Governor and the people of Makueni to deliver service, and so that in 2027 and other years to come, people can recognize the fact that this government worked very well, so well, and also the Assembly worked very well. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I wish you all the best. And members, I wish you the best as we move to the next level, delivering to the people of Makueni. Thank you.
Member for Kalawa Ward, Honorable Kali.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. First, I want to say congratulations for winning the seat of the Speaker for the third County Assembly of Makueni. And I want to say this, in a free political democratic space, it is obvious that there is a competition, and the competition that we have seen today is a healthy competition, and all of us here as honorable members, Mr. Speaker, we have set our minds that we are going to work as a team, we are going to move as a team, and just like our governor is saying, that he has audacity to do good things for the people of Makueni. I believe that is the same spirit that all of us as a house, that we are going to work together. And we pledge our commitment and sincere support in this that assembly of Makueni. So once again, I say congratulations, and forward we are moving together. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, since so many requested, I had indicated that I will give opportunities to not more than 4 members in the interest of time. Remember, you are here from 9, and therefore you are visitors that are waiting, and that it's fair that we give them an opportunity. We were 5 years sitting on this chamber, and therefore, although I know you've tasked to do well, just like the governor has indicated, we will have time to deal with that first. And therefore, with humility, I request that we spend at that in the interest of the guests in the public gallery. I so advise. Thank you. Honorable members, I invite members and guests in the various galleries to the County Assembly luncheon within the County Assembly presence. Further to that, honorable members, time now being 13:59 hours, this assembly stands adjourned until 3rd of October at 2:30 p.m.